Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and yes, I got my original hair color back. Well, sorta. It looks a lot darker from my original hair color, but you know, it's a dark brown, and that's what my natural hair color is. But anyway, enough about my hair. Today, I'm here to review episode 3 of Occultic 9. So, we're at episode 3, and did Occultic 9 pass the 3-episode test for you, or not? For me, I honestly don't think Occultic 9 is good. However, like I said last week, I do like putting the work into figuring out what's going on and making these theory crafting videos with you guys and discussing like each bits of information that we all got and stuff. Like I'm about to tell you what I got from this episode, and if I missed anything, then you guys will point out what you got from this episode and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't necessarily think Occultic 9 is a good anime. There is certainly a lot of flaws, mainly with its narrative, and then some of the characters, you know, could be better. But, you know, we're not going to get into all that right now. Instead, we're going to get into what I got from this episode. And first, we go with Moritsuko and the mangaka, or doujin artist, Ritsuko, I think her name is? I don't know, she said her name really fast, but I'll call her Ritsuko for now. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And Moritsuko and Ritsuko, they chat for a little bit, and he's practically interviewing her, being all like, "Oh man, you stole my heart. What are you doing? Oh, so he's supposed to be a god. I see. Wow, you have such talented art, you know?" He's acting like he's never seen her before, when clearly he's quite familiar with her work, and ends up making that obvious rather quickly, and Ritsuko finds out, and he questions her about how her doujin is exactly like the most recent murder case. And she said that writes and draws what she has dreamed of. So dreams that she has had, she instantly draws and stuff, and bam, becomes a doujin. So, a very interesting doujin considering that she's a BL manga artist, but whatever, we're not gonna get into that. Then we see Moritsuko talk to Sarai, the son of the professor that died, and asks about his relationship with his father. And Sarai says that he became more distant to his father, like he used to have respect for his father, but then when his dad turned to more of the occult side and stuff, and like basically threw away his career, as what Sarai explained it, he just lost all interest and left. Then we go with what I think is the most interesting, and which I thought was obvious from last week's episode, but whatever, is more with Aria's backstory. Now, like I explained last week, that Aria is the girl who had this relationship with her brother and kept her brother's dead corpse for a year. And this time they wanted to show us that. So I wish that they didn't show us it. However, I did really enjoy seeing all of that. But I wish they kind of kept it as how they told us what happened last week, how we basically had to figure it out for ourselves. Like, I had some of you guys question me, being all like, "Oh no, Sloan, that girl had a different name and stuff," but I was like, nope, no, they heavily inferred that. But I guess if you were a doubter, they made this whole section for you. So, I don't know. I was hoping that they'd try to make us think a little more, but whatever. Like I said, Occultic 9 isn't exactly good. But anyway, how her brother died was that he and his sister, they had a kidney transplant, and he died during the operation, but Aria lived. So she could not deal with the stress of her brother dying. So how she interpreted it is that she had like an attack of like hyperventilation, and her brother quit her job and stayed with her for the rest of the year, and then that was like the happiest time of her life. When really what happened is that after the surgery, she stole her brother's corpse from the morgue and brought it all the way back over to her house. Why did it take so long for them to figure this out? I have no idea. I figured it would have been obvious for the doctors to realize, hey, where's the sister? Hey, where's the dead body? Oh, duh, she took it. But no, they decided not to use their brains. But whatever. Wow, how many times have I said that throughout this review? So we get this quick scene with Ryotas over at the bar, and she gets a phone call, gets all serious, and immediately leaves. Who did she get this phone call from? Other stuff is with Chi-chan's disappearance, you know, Chi being the friend of Mew, and she was just walking, you know, and then we see this creepy kid, and that's the last we hear of Chi, and she's missing. And at the end of the episode, we see that there are 50 corpses and counting over at a lake, and they're thinking it's a mass suicide. This could be the work of some other supernatural beings, like when we saw Utah over in the street, and there's like a black devil appearing. So it's like, okay, what's going on? And yeah, that was this episode. What did you get from this episode? And do you have any possible theories? And are you gonna stick with Occultic 9 or drop it? I'm your female otaku, sayonara.